Hey, everybody. Everybody. Come on in, baby. Let's talk about it. I got some more pages to read. If you didn't see the rest of the documentation about everything that's going on, baby, these Facebook streets is wild, man. So very sad. What's up, Desiree? What's up, Miss Mary? Hey, Laura. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay in the comment section. Such is life, man. Hey, Carmela. How you doing, love? What's up? Hey, Angela. What's going on? Y'all share us out. Oh, man. Sad day on Facebook. Sad day on Facebook. Sad day on Facebook. So I went live earlier. I took the live down because I was not sure if I said too much on that live and that it would get me flagged or not. So I archived it. I probably will download it and post it on um, YouTube because although I tried to keep it clean, I did use not even curse words, but some of the terminology that was used because of the circumstances may flag it. I'm happy to hear that you good. Y'all share this out. Matter of fact, let me put this on Facebook right quick. Let me see if I can get the people to come in here real quick. Right quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I hate when stuff don't do what you want it to do. The hell? Hmm. What's up, Jacqueline? Hello, beautiful. What's up? Why so serious? How you doing? Alayla, go to bed trying to be heard. Go to bed, girl. Go to bed. What's up? What's up? Let me tell you, I'm disgusted by the things that we are learning today on social media. Like, not just learning because we've heard about this. A few of us have heard about this man being so funny, and the allegations that have been surrounding him. But this is the first time I've seen actual paperwork. This is the first time I've seen actual paperwork. Um, this is the first time I've seen actual paperwork about the man. And I'm disgusted. There's more paperwork that was released. I'm going to read that here for you so you guys can get a little bit more insight on what's going on. Earlier, I was too upset and I kind of was just talking and rambling. But I think I have myself together so we could get into it. I'm going to show y'all. Some of y'all may not know who these people are because y'all might not watch these individuals. Um, but the person we are speaking about, his name is Maine so funny. Maine who's so funny or something weird like that. Um, Let me see if I can get a picture up here for y'all of the page. Let me see if I can get a picture up here for y'all of his page and him. Y'all might have seen me post pictures of him before, as far as it was like a funny thing going around about his teeth, or whatnot. But hold on, let me see what I could do. Try to get some pictures up here for y'all right quick. What's up, Cupcake? What's poppin'? They talking about it. Yeah, I know. Hey, Sharon. I seen you over there on I seen you over there on Jolie Live. I commented to you. I don't know if you've seen it. I said, "What's up, my little corner friend?" Summer, thank you, mother to mother, for bringing awareness to such a serious situation. You welcome, love. So, for some backstory, while I'm waiting to see if I can get my hands on these pictures to show y'all. Can y'all still hear me? Let me see. Gmail. Let me go to my Gmail. Could y'all still hear me, or when I switched over, did it disappear? What's up? What's up, fantasy? What's going on? What up, Squidhead? Could y'all still hear me? Okay, I'm gonna try to grab these pictures. So, as an individual, he goes by the name of Maine So Funny, Maine, aka Daryl. I think his real name is Daryl, Larry, whatever. So it's been a few accusations swirling around. I never went to go confirm them or not. Earlier when I went live, I explained that he has been it has been said that he was a registered offender. But I never went to confirm it. It was just stuff people were saying. I never seen any documentation from my own eyes, like from any websites or nothing, on my own to clarify whether the stuff people were saying about him was true or not. However, like if somebody going to accuse you, somebody accused him of that, I try to don't put jackets on people until we know for sure. So today, a page with the name of the Messy Cousins dropped some receipts today. They were court documentation. Somebody who was a paralegal. First of all, she risked her job because I think it's public record. But I'm wondering now. Let me take that back because this is my assumption. She outed herself on the live as the paralegal that sent the documentations to the Messy Cousins page. Now I don't know if she's bound by something or not. But I would think, although it's public record, maybe she takes some type of, I don't know, something. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, she went back to work. She went back to work. Hopefully, we will see her this weekend. What's up, Steph? Can somebody let the roomies know and the sellies know that we are live on YouTube? Um, I'm going to be clipping the Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you need to come to YouTube because the Facebook is going to be clipped. Facebook will be clipped. Come over to YouTube. I put the link for YouTube in in the heading for the live. So if you want to be able to engage and all that kind of stuff, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. Come to YouTube. His name is Larry Thompson. He's registered as a SO for life in Texas. Absolutely. I think he currently resides in Dallas. I was trying to get this for y'all, right? So the Messy Cousins released some documentation. I'm going to read it to y'all real quick. So the first form that I had read, it says this. I wanted to put it on the screen for y'all. But okay, so let me see. Let me save this image so I can show y'all who he is. Saved. Saved. Oh, sugar, what are you doing? I should have had before I came live. But such is life. Such is life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Damn, nothing is private in the US. I wish predators were outed here. Yeah, me too. So this is who Maine So Funny is, y'all. I don't even know if I know how to do this. I'm gonna try to figure it out though for y'all. Uh, I might not be able to show y'all because I don't know if I know how to do it. Can y'all still hear me? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? She said, "Summer, get your ish together." Y'all don't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to let me just do it this way. Can y'all hear me now? Is this better? Is this better? Sorry, y'all. I was trying to get it together. I need a tech guy. I do. This is Maine So Funny right here. This is who Maine So Funny is. And I'm about to show y'all what his page looks like. That's Maine So Funny. That's the gentleman. And then this is what his page looks like. This is what his page looks like. That's what his page looks like. So this individual right here has been accused, not accused, because we see the court documentation of what's going on. Okay. So I'm gonna read some of the stuff that has been that has come to light about him. Okay, and so to let y'all know that this is stuff. This is not stuff that I'm just pulling up out of my hoo ha. This is the court documentations right here. Like those are the documentations. This is like from an official website for um I'm being heard. Sorry, y'all. This is like official tissue. This is not somebody who pulled something out of their tushy and tried to just make some things up. Like this is actual court paperwork. Um, that was brought up about this man. Now it's too small on the screen right here, so I'm gonna pull it up bigger and I'm gonna read some of the stuff that um I read today for you guys. Okay, let me get to it. Let me get to it, girl. She said, "Well, ads are working." Child, I wish my freaking phone was working properly. Steph can't win for losing on this here app. Like, I'm just trying to get y'all to tea, and I'm so please bear with me, bear with me. Thank you so much for y'all patience. I appreciate y'all. I truly, truly do. I truly, truly do. Appreciate y'all for having some patience with me. Thank you, Steph, for playing the background for me, letting me know what was going on. Cause baby, I got a clip from Debraka too. I'm gonna play that for y'all. Cause baby, she was not feeling what was going on. So ready? Cause this is going to be a little lengthy. It's going to be a little lengthy. Okay. So this is from the Fourth District Court, Morehouse. This situation happened in 2013. This was documented on September 9th of 2013. And it says the state of Louisiana versus Larry Darrell Thompson Jr. Now that is Maine So Funny's actual um legal name, okay? It says aggravated rape amended to charge one indecent behavior with juveniles. Now, he ended up taking a plea deal so he could get his charges down, okay? But listen to what was in the court documents, okay? You hear me? And if you are on Facebook, come to Facebook. So if you want to stay, come over to YouTube, please and thank you. I'm about to clip it because I don't want my Facebook to get I don't want my Facebook to get dinged. So come over to YouTube. So it says, defendant present in court with Honorable Stephen Hansen and the state filed an amended bill for indecent behavior with the juvenile, to which after a sentence agreement entered into and the defendant would not receive more than 5 years at hard labor. Defendant withdrew his formally entered plea and entered a plea of guilty. Defendant sworn Defendant sworn and interrogated by the court. Defendant advised of his right to trial by jury or judge. Presumption of innocence. Burden of proof upon the state. Right to remain silent. Right against self-incrimination. Right to confront and cross-examine witnesses. Right to compulsory process and right to appeal. The defense gave a factual basis for this plea. The defendant told the court he understood his rights. He understood his rights and wished to waive them at the court. Accepted his plea as being knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily tendered, waiving of his constitutional rights. He waived his constitutional rights, okay? The court ordered a pre-sentence investigation report returnable on or before December 9th, 2013, and sentencing fixed for December 17th, 2013 at 10:30 a.m. The state stipulated that they would not charge defendant as a habitual offender. Arguments as to bond reduction presented by the defense in a hearing fixed for October 15, 2013. So he pled down. Typically, when somebody pleads down, is because they don't think that they're going to beat the case. Okay. He was already at the time, based on what he said out of his mouth. I was trying to figure out how I can pull up the other court documentations because he said he was already um, fighting charges on a burglary charge. And so he was, I mean, doing time for a burglary charge. He had was on house arrest or whatever, and he had gotten in trouble. And this also came up. Now let's get into it. People don't just plead guilty, you know. Um, let's get into it. So here goes something else. So this was on November 13th of 2012. It says number, I don't know what that numbers mean. It says this is the initial report, and this is the incident number. Um, it says officer was dispatched to 1130 Leeville and spoke with. I'm going to omit names. If y'all go read it and see the names, do so. But I don't know who these people are, and I don't want to put them out there. So it says Leeville and spoke with Mrs. Walker, the BF Child Protective Services, who stated her office received a call stating 14-year-old had been molested by Larry Thompson, a 28-year-old black male. Miss Walker stated she spoke with blank, who stated she lives with Brandy Jones. This is the cousin of the little girl. And Larry Thompson, which was Brandy's boyfriend. So the little girl that got assaulted was living with her cousin, and Larry, who is Maine, was the boyfriend of said cousin. Mrs. Walker stated she was bringing blank to the station so she could be interviewed in the presence of her guardian, Verdi Burks, a black female. Officers spoke with blank, who stated Larry Thompson has been making her have sex with him since she was 12 years of age. Blank stated Monday was the last time Larry made her have sex with him. She stated she did not go to school because she had a doctor's appointment. Blank stated she was laying on the couch when Larry walked into the room and started touching her private area. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Let me go ahead and cut Facebook. I'm cutting Facebook because I know this is a little bit explicit, and yeah, they ain't finna take my page. So come to YouTube. Okay. Stated she was laying on the couch when Larry walked into the room and started touching her private area. Stated she told him to stop. Larry kept touching her private area. Then she stated Larry left the room. Larry came back into the room and started pulling her pants down. She stated she pulled her pants back up and Larry pulled her pants back down. Then he pushed her onto the couch and Larry got on top of her, and bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Okay? Love, you missed it. I showed his page in the beginning. Matter of fact, let me put it back up. I'll put his page back up for you to see. This is who we are referring to. His name is Maine. I'm not going to have his page up here, but that's who we're talking about. His name is Maine So Funny. Okay. She said he put his sexual organ inside of her and started to do what he do, although it was against her will. Mind you, she's 12 years old at this time. She's 12 years old at the time. He is 26. Okay. He's 26. She is 12. And she said, blank stated she told Brandy, who was her cousin, about Larry several times, but stated Brandy would tell her. She did not believe her. So Brandy, Larry's girlfriend, who was the little girl's cousin, told her she didn't believe her. How many times have we heard stories of children going to the adult figure, telling them that they are being hurt? I'm being hurt. Somebody is doing something to me I don't want done to me. And the adult in the picture not believing, not taking the child's word for what it is. A lot of times it is a boyfriend, it's a husband, it's a brother, it's an uncle. Yes, he's on social media. He's on, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and put it back up. He's on social media. This is his page. That's his page. Maine So Funny. He's a social media content creator. Okay? This investigation was forwarded to Detective Richard Pace for further investigation. Okay? Hold on, because it's more. It's more, you guys. There's documentation in here where there's a doctor examined the little girl and confirmed that her hymen had been broken and that it was consistent with the story that the girl told. It says Larry Thompson was 28 at the time of this investigation, which happened in 2012. The relationship to the child was the niece's boyfriend. The niece is Brandy Jones, who is the first cousin. So listen, everybody's wondering where the mom was. So the mother gave the history that she was incarcerated when she gave birth to her children. The children were taken care of by family members. When that one family member, which was the sister, passed away of cancer 6 years ago, they ended up at another family member's house. For a long time, all of the girls, including the victim, stayed with another family member who is the uncle. Then the girls moved out 4 years ago and moved in with Blank. She stayed with her for 2 years. Blank moved from Marouge to Monroe and stayed with Brandy Jones in Monroe starting a year ago. Brandy Jones lived with Larry Thompson and has been living with him for 4 years. They have three children, ages 3, 2, and 1. So at this time, back then, he had three children with this young lady, Brandy. And this is the person that was the cousin of the little girl that got molested, and Brandy didn't believe her. The mother indicates that Blank told her Larry has been having sexual intercourse with her since she was 12 years old. Brandy works at night as a private sitter. She said the intercourse would occur on the couch where she slept. He would stick his thing in her. The school counselor noticed her crying. She had had behavior problems at Delta High School. She told the counselors that the boys were saying she had, I can't read that word. During social work indicates that Larry had been arrogant, stating Blank was crushing on him and it was all her idea. Since August 2012, Blank has been staying with her aunt Bertie during the week and going to Delta High School. Now, y'all heard that? Did y'all hear what it said? It says he blamed the little girl. He said, I'm gonna read it again for y'all. Catch this. It says Leary has been arrogant, stating Blank was crushing on him. The little girl was crushing on him. It was all her idea. It doesn't say that he said it didn't happen. It doesn't say that she's lying. It's not him saying it didn't happen. He said it was all her idea. This is the words in the documentation. It was all her idea. This is in a court documentation. It was all her idea. So you blame it on a little girl who's 12 years old and say this was all her idea. She was crushing on me, da 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 da. This is what she wanted at 12 years old as a 26-year-old man. As a 26-year-old man, this is your train of thought. This is what you are saying. It was all her idea. I just kept reading that part over and over and over. Since August 2012, has been staying with her Aunt Bertie during the week and going to Delta High School in Maru. She has been staying with Brandy and Larry Thompson from Friday until Sunday. So she didn't even live with them full time. She was only staying there on the weekend. She was coming here when she got out of school on Friday and staying till Sunday. Probably because they were just helping out with family. So she was being sent to her predator's home every weekend. Every weekend. Every weekend. The social worker indicates that blank has behavior problems, argues they blinked it out. I can't read that. They blanked that part out, so I don't know what was coming next. Um, hold on, what is this? Let's see what this is. It says on October 3rd, 2012, I, along with Department Captain Sandra Thomas, located and transported Larry Thompson Jr. to the Bastrop Police Department to speak about this complaint. I read Larry his warning and waiver warnings as the rights form, which he stated that he understood, and signed the following brief synopsis of the interview. Larry stated that he has never, now this was 11/13/2012, he has never had sex with blank and has known her since she was a small child. He added then that blank was a good ally in his relationship. This 12-year-old was a good ally in his relationship with his girlfriend Brandy, who is blank's cousin. When Larry and Brandy get into a fight, Larry would talk to blank about what the fight was over, and she would always take his side and come back to tell him everything that Brandy was saying about him. I asked Larry, why would blank make something like this up? And he stated that she was crushing on him. I asked him what that meant, and he said she wanted him to be her boyfriend. This man said, I confided in a 12-year-old about my relationship problems. She was a good ally to me. She would tell me everything my girlfriend was doing and report it back to me. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Like, what in the world, bruh? Now, this is the final page from the documentations. It says that on November 11th, 2012, I received a letter from Dr. O'Boyle at St. Francis Medical Center. Dr. O'Boyle performed an examination of blank in lieu of this complaint being filed. The letter states that the examination reveals that the hymen is not intact, and Dr. O'Boyle states that the examination is compatible with blank statements regarding her sexual history. I am forwarding this report along with Dr. O'Boyle's examination results to the DA office for review. So we know that sometimes the hymen is not always an indication, but the findings by this doctor was strong enough to say that it aligned with the story of the young lady. It aligned with the story of the young lady. And so Maine ended up going live, right? Maine ended up going live. And he was ever so arrogant on this live. It made me sick. He was on it saying he don't care. Y'all mad. Y'all keep talking about it. He ain't going nowhere. Y'all not going to do nothing. You know, he got his girl. He not worried about none of y'all bald headed hoes or whatever like that on this here app. You know, he gonna keep doing him, and he out here getting money while y'all out here crying about something that we can't do nothing about. So I went down a rabbit hole, and I kind of went and caught a snippet of 2K's live because he interviewed 2K interviewed them as a family the other day, and Maine told like a watered down version of the situation. And from what I understand, people are saying he made it seem like it wasn't as big as people were making it seem. You know, it didn't happen that way. It was like water under the bridge, whoopty whoopty woo. Now I didn't watch the whole live, but I did watch the part where 2K asked Kashada, which is his current girlfriend, about what she thought about everything when she found out what he was going through. This is her answer. She says, well, I didn't know nothing about it until after he was going through it. She said it was on the news, it was in the papers, or whatever. That's how she felt. So it was big enough to make it was big enough to make their local news in their newspaper, is what she's telling me. And he said that after he took his plea deal and he came home, he went home to Kashada, his current girlfriend. He went home to his current girlfriend. I don't know what was his plea. I can't find it. It doesn't state that in that documentation. Maine said that he had did the time for a burglary and that he didn't do any time for the sexual assault because he took a plea deal and it ran concurrent. So what he said, let me break this down for y'all. He said it ran concurrent with the current time he did. So whatever time he did for The burglary, it covered the time of the sexual assault too. He made it seem like he didn't do no time. No, no, that's not how that go, boss man. So what happens is sometimes you can have more than one charge, and it's up to the judge on whether he's going to run your time concurrent or consecutive. Consecutive means you'll do one time, and then after that time is finished, you'll do the next time. It's broken up, it's not stacked. Sometimes your charges and your time will be stacked above each other. So what ends up happening is if you get a charge for 3 years this, a charge for 2 years somewhere else, and a charge for 1 year something else, ultimately you're going to do a total of 3 years because they are running concurrently. So they don't run consecutively, meaning one after the other, meaning you like do all the time individually. It's all stacked on top of each other and done within each other. So no, it don't mean you didn't do no time for that. It means that they just gave you time served, because whatever time they did give you for the charge you pled to, either fell within the bounds of the time he already was serving. So I was trying to figure out how to find his actual charges. I'm not no investigator though. So if I'm able to get somebody to pull it up, we'll pull it up and we'll see exactly what his charges was. But in that documentation, it says he pled guilty. He waived his rights, he to a jury and all that to see whether he was innocent or not. He said, just give me the charge. The time is what it is. Let's go. And that was that. Okay, I have something to say. The lady who released the docs to the messy cousin said that Maine is a snitch. He had already drug charges, so he switched to get less time. She forwarded those docs to TK. That's what I just was talking about. I don't know about drug charges. I didn't hear that. He said he was doing a charge on burglary. He may have had drug charges. If 2K puts it up, I'll go over there and see if I can get it. If he posts them or whatever, I'll go check it out. But that's what he did. He ended up having other charges, and whatever charge he got for the sexual assault ran within the time he already had, and they just gave him time served. And that is just the weirdest thing to me. I feel like the judicial system fails us every single time. It just fails us every single time. And I know sexual assault cases are some of the hardest cases to prove, especially when it's not done or handled right at the time of the incident, because most of the time proof has gone, the DNA is not there, and all types of stuff. But my God, like, come on. But Kashada says, let me finish that. She says, I found out about all this after he was already in the mix. He came home to stay with her and said he stayed with her for 5 months, or came home to her 5 months later, or he stayed with her for 5 months. I think he said he came home to her 5 months later and stayed with Kashada. And Kashada let him stay with her. And she said by that time we was already married then. So she made a face like it was what it was. So what? It was what it was because you was married to him. That was it. You found out that this man sexually assaulted a 12-year-old from the age of 12 and a half to 14 years old, between his ages of 26 to 28. He pled guilty to this, meaning I don't care. You pled guilty to this, and you let him come home and stay with you. Then you have kids with him. And somebody has older kids. I don't know if the kids in that picture is Maine kids or if they are her kids. But somebody said in the comment section of Maine Live that the reason why Kashada other kids don't stay with them is because of Maine's charges. So I'm led to believe that the oldest children are hers, and she doesn't have her kids staying with her because of the. Now this is all alleged because I don't know if this is true. This is what I was reading in the comment section. I don't follow them along enough to know the dynamics of their actual family, but this is what the comments were saying. Why would you risk your life? Why would you risk the life of another child behind some penis? Because ultimately that's what it is. You are risking the safety of other children in your life for some penis. You know how many different places you could go for some penis? Do you know how many different places you could go for some penis? You can come on Facebook and come grab you some Peter Record. There's 1,000 apps on out here that you could go get some Peter Record. Like, I'm so disappointed in her. Ain't no way he could tell me, no, I ain't do that, baby. It's on paperwork and you pled guilty to that. So you're going to have to eat that. I'm sorry. You're going to have to eat that. Now, I have said, and I understand that sometimes there are situations where people end up in situations where they didn't do. I explained of a situation where I have a cousin that ended up talking to a girl who was underage. He didn't know. She gave him a fake age. She had a fake ID. The mom even went along with it. That's different. This is a 12-year-old and a 12-year-old and a 26-year-old, and he is blaming her, talking about that's what she wanted. He talking about he confided in a 12-year-old. He is 26. You 2 times plus her age. And this is who you are confided in with your relationship issues. She chose that man over her kids. That's what people were saying in the comments. I bet he spun a story, but as a mother, why would you take that chance? He couldn't have spun no story, because the minute that you said you pled guilty and you was on the news and in the papers, you would have had to go. And I know I say that. I know I say that super easy because I'm not her. And people like, oh, feelings are invested. You love someone. That means we don't have no boundaries as women. Our heart and our emotions run everything. We lose our complete sense of discernment when we got some penis and our hearts love somebody. I pray to God, Ya Allah, never, never let me be that blind by some penis and love that I'm going to overlook something so serious as that. This story, when I first read the court documents, legit had me in tears. I was so upset, like so upset after I did that live and before I did that live. I went and picked my daughter up. I tried to get myself together. I ended up getting in a car. We ride, and I end up having another conversation with her, because these are the types of conversations I have with her about her private areas, where the do's and don'ts. And although you have these specific areas that are a no, all of you is a no. And I need you to understand. I need y'all to let your children understand, little girls and boys. I don't care what somebody threatens you with. I tell her, I don't care if they tell you they're going to take my life. Tell me anyway, because your safety is what's most important, and I'm supposed to protect you. Don't keep nothing like that a secret. And my heart goes out to that little girl in 2012. I can't imagine where she is in life today. I pray that that has not like hindered her in growth and moving forward in life, because I can't imagine what that feels like to go through that. I can't imagine. Believe your kids when they come to you. Yes. No, believe your kids when they come to you, man. Stop sweeping stuff like that under the rug. What up, pressure girl? If anybody would like to come up to kind of give their insight or perspective on it, you're more than welcome to come up. Reading a further court, I'm like, not this man blamed this girl. Like, are you serious right now? And then he got a nerve to go live and be super arrogant about it. Like, are you kidding? Summer, when will the convo interviewers panel be coming back? TBA. TBA, Blue Eyes Decor. Is it Blue Eyes? Blue Eyes Do Cry. Hey, Tangela. Is that my girl, Tangy? I told my 8-year-old the same thing. Even if they threaten her or her family, tell me everything and she would not get in trouble. Yes, that's important that they know, because a lot of times children be afraid. Children be afraid to speak up, and they feel like they're going to get in trouble. You have to kind of try to engrave it in their head. You are not going to get in trouble. Don't be afraid. Come and tell me. Come and tell me. I don't care if you got to write it on a piece of paper, put it in a note, put it in a book bag, write it on toilet paper. Tell me. Hey, Arissa. This story breaks my heart. And then this weirdo, I thought I blocked them, but I didn't. I got to figure out what their name was. Everything has to turn into something that don't have nothing to do with the topic. I had to just end the live because I wanted to go off. And I know it was going to be some weirdo ass. Sorry. I know it was going to be some weirdo that will pop into my comments and try to bring up something that had nothing to do with nothing. It's like y'all enjoy keeping these people names on your tongue. Y'all get gratification. It's like y'all just can't help yourselves but to say it. It's like a oh my, it must like crack, like addiction. Like addiction. It's like y'all addicted. No matter what's going on, we could be talking about baking chocolate chip cookies, and the other people want to come up. Oh, I don't know. You got to go ask somebody else about that. But I absolutely agree. I was talking about a content creator by the name of Maine. So funny. We just got his court documentation where it explained how he molested a 12-year-old child up until the age of 14 when he was the age of 26. He was between the age of 26 to 28, and how he blamed it on this young lady about why it was happening, and how he's on social media laughing and just playing in a bunch of women face. But he has a big following, and there ain't nothing but women. And these allegations been out. These allegations have been out surrounding, like swirling about him. Somebody I think pulled up his registration before and posted like he actually does has to register, and I think he said that he has to register, like he confirmed that. But even with him saying that, he still has a very large female base support system. And it was even people tonight after these court documentations came out that was defending him, that was tussling in the comments against the people that was speaking up against him. And I wonder what's going to happen to his page. I don't honestly. Let me tell you my opinion. I don't think right where his petition is. They need to start a petition on him to get him up out of here. I bet you it won't be one though. I bet you his page goes unscathed. I don't think he's going to have any major changes to his page. I think his page is still going to be hundreds of people watching him, if not thousands. I think he's still going to run his bingo games that he be playing at night. He going to fill those numbers up. He going to make his bag. He going to do his skits that he be doing with sex dolls. He does skits with sex dolls. Like, what in the weirdo? Like, what's really going on? Why is that okay? Why is that acceptable? I be trying to understand. I be seeing what go on our side of the Facebook and how people drag and bash people for like just assumptions or presumptions, things unproven. People eating food, getting dragged for eating food too many times on live in their opinion. But this fool is on live with sex dolls. And that's cool. I'm Hey Jacqueline.
Okay. Hi, Summer. I love you to death. You already
Hey
know.
love. Thank you.
Okay. Me having a daughter that's 6 years old, I would never cam up if it wasn't for something that's serious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to this, I am so like I try to like Jackie, like calm down, you know, try to look at all aspects, but I can't rationalize how no one listened to this baby.
Right.
I know how overprotective I am with my daughter. So I could only imagine how she felt when she felt comfortable enough to express what happened to her. And the fact that society like doesn't make it a point to protect children and the elderly, not only children, the elderly too, bottles my mind. It like triggers me. And I hope that young lady gets the help that she needs mentally, because not all men are like this scumbag. And I also don't understand how so many females support this idiot. I could never. And that's just
Has
me.
a large female fan base. Large female fan
And
base.
summer is so disgusting to me. It's so triggering to me that it just I don't understand. I'm like, yo, the world really is messed up.
He probably using Kashada name, House of G's. He probably using his wife name.
But my thing is, how do you have yo? You really can't make this shit up.
I
Excuse
can't
my language.
believe that this lady, she was like, when I found out about it, we was already married. I'm like, that's your response?
Yo,
Like, that's how you feel?
the fact that this woman was all upset as if she's losing somebody that's like, girl, I can't. I can't. And I'm gonna tell you something. I will never, never put myself on Front Street. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I have a daughter. And
Mm-hmm.
this to me is triggering. And simply for the fact that this young lady had no support, like that nobody believed her. It's sad. It's sad. It's fucking, excuse my language, Summer. I'm sorry. It just is. It's just sad. It's really sad, and it goes and it shows you
You good?
how it shows you why women that go through things that are severe, like mental abuse, physical abuse, don't speak up.
Yep. Because how many people said I told somebody and they didn't believe me?
And it's sad, especially us as females. It's sad. We know, let me tell you something. Being a woman is hard enough as it is. Being a
Mm-hmm.
parent, being a partner, being whatever. When it comes to the world, being a female, we go through enough as it is. And the fact that we cannot get support from other females is
Mm-hmm.
sad to me. It's sad to me.
And you know what's crazy? Because the cousin probably just simply like, I'm not gonna believe, I don't believe you. She might did believe her, but she couldn't say she believed her because one, it would be admitting that she allowed her niece to be hurt. It would be her giving up her boyfriend. Because I can't imagine like if love gonna make me that stupid, please protect me.
Let me tell you something, Summer. I've always said this, and I've told my children this. I will believe my children above anyone. I don't care, aunt, uncle, grandmother, cousin. I don't care. If I have to apologize later, then I'll apologize. If my kids are wrong, sorry. But I'm gonna always believe my kids over anybody. And that's just facts. My kids come above anybody.
Right.
So like I just feel like once you become a parent, your children are number one, and that comes before siblings, meaning your
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters, uncles, aunts, father, grandmother, anybody,
Mm-hmm.
any. Because let me tell you something. Majority of the times, the people that abuse children are people that are close to you, and they're
Mm-hmm.
people that disguise themselves as decent human beings.
Mm-hmm.
So I will forever believe my children. And like I said, if I have to apologize later, so be it.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather
Sorry.
apologize later than have my child continue to stay in a situation where they're being abused.
Do you get what I'm saying? Sorry, not sorry. Prevent. We live in a world that is unfortunately is sick. Is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, family isn't family anymore. You can't trust nobody. Teachers don't teach to teach anymore. If you look at everything, if you really take the time to like take a step back and view the world the way it is today, is not what it was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I will always believe my kids. Like I said, if I have to if my kids are wrong and I have to apologize, okay, sorry. But I'm not sorry. I'm a mother first. It is what it is. So yeah. So that's all I have to say. It's disgusting. I just feel like as females, we go through enough as it is, as mothers, partners, whatever. And the fact that there's people out there that wouldn't believe a young girl telling someone that they went through some, it just it bottle it just it messes with me.
Yeah, that bothers me. That bothers me. Because, like you said, can you imagine what it even took her to come out and tell someone? Like, to come and tell her, hey, like, he's touching me. Can you imagine, like, what type of strength that took for her to come
First
out her
of
mouth?
all, First of all, how many times she thought of that before she even opened her mouth?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, one, let's be honest. As females, we feel embarrassment, right? We
Mhm.
shame, right? We always, as females, we blame ourselves for a lot of things on the regular
Mhm.
things that don't even really isn't our fault. But as females, we put that load on ours, right?
Mhm.
So the fact that she was strong enough to vocalize that to someone and another female not believe her is disgusting to me.
Mhm.
It's shameful. It makes me upset. And I hope and pray. I hope and pray if there's any young girls out there, if you don't feel comfortable enough to speak to your family, please open up to anybody. I don't
Mhm.
care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's your friend's mother, aunt. Please speak up because it's not okay. And you shouldn't have to, like, it's sad. It's
Oh,
because we go through enough as it is as females. I'm sorry.
it's emotional. I get it.
It's triggering because I have a 6-year-old daughter. I tell my partner all the time, like, I raised my son, but with my daughter, I feel so much pressure because I know what it is to be a female and the things that we go through.
Mhm.
So to know that no one believed her and that she didn't get any support, it angers me.
Mhm.
We need to support, especially as females, we need to support each other. There's so much envy. There's so much animosity. Like,
Mhm.
it's just disgusting. It to me is disgusting. And it takes me to another level that I just don't understand. I'm sorry, Summer.
No, it's okay. It's real. This serious. Like this is real. This was me earlier. Like when I
I'm,
told you when I read that, it just made me so upset. I was bawling my little eyes out. I was angry. I was sad. And this is old. This is from 2012. But it still hurts. It even though I wasn't there, because I can't imagine. You know
Summer,
what I'm
the
saying?
fact that he got away with it and that he has the audacity
To parade
to
around like
be
it ain't
on a
nothing.
platform and show his freaking face. Like, my thing is this, right? My thing is this, right? We all make mistakes, right? We're all
Mhm.
human. We all make
Mhm.
decisions that might not be normal, right? Right?
Mhm.
But the fact that this man continues to be on social media and not feel no shame, that makes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that word. It takes me to a level that I just, like, the fact that you could just show your face and not feel shame is disgusting. Like, it shows me that you ain't shit.
Well, when you got
Sorry.
a woman by your side that's sitting there while you acting this way, why
And
would he
she's
feel like he
worse
needs to?
to me. To me, she's worse than him.
Yeah,
Sorry,
cause
not sorry.
how you sitting there letting him act the way he's acting on live?
Not
Like,
even that, but Summer, he's even embarrassed her. It shows the lack of self. Like, you have no self esteem.
it hit different when you find out when you read this and you found out that he spit in her face and all that. Because the Debraca went live and she did it live and she said a man that can still force himself upon someone that's telling him no, he don't give a damn about nobody and nothing. It could be your
No.
child, your mama, your grandmama, your son. He has no regard for another person's boundaries, life, respect, nothing. So I
Let me
can
tell
see
you.
why he was able to spit in her face.
But let me tell you something, and I always say this, right? Believe in what someone does and not what they say. Actions speak louder than words. Let me
Hmm.
tell you something. You will get a lot out of somebody by analyzing them.
Hmm.
Their actions. Not what
Hmm.
they're saying. Not what they're saying. Be smart. Be smart. Be self-aware. Someone could tell you so much about themselves just by the way they act.
Hmm.
And the fact that this man did all this type of shit to her, and it's self-esteem. Women need to value themselves more. I know this generation of women, we give when a man pays the bill. That's his responsibility. I'm not giving to no man because he paid an electric bill, paid rent. I'm sorry. That's not going above and beyond for me. So the fact that women have lowered their standards is sad. It's sad. And I feel like generation after generation, we're just lowering ourselves. Our value as women, we're just like
Me, Mary.
forgetting who we are.
Yeah.
But that's all I had to say. I'm just, like I said, I never get I would never, I would, I would put myself out here. But this is something that is very triggering for me because I have a daughter.
Yeah, I have a
And
daughter. You have a daughter. Many of us in the comments have a daughter. And this is not even to exclude our sons, like, because it can happen to both of them. But unfortunately, I was having this conversation privately the other day. Like, when you have a daughter, because I used to have conversations with my son about his
mhm,
personal space and things like that. But when
yes,
I had a daughter, it was different. The fear was different. The
yes.
concern was is different. Unfortunately, it just is. Like, I don't ignore the fact that boys go through this stuff too, but it just hits so differently.
Well, I told my partner that, right? Because he tells me all the time, like, stop telling Avery how beautiful she is. And I'm like, no, you don't
Mhm.
understand. The reason why I tell my daughter how beautiful she is and how smart she is because I want her to know her self-worth.
Mhm.
When she's out there in the world and a guy tries to hit on her, I don't want her to fall
For the
for a
first thing.
compliment.
Mhm.
I want her to be like, thank you, and move on.
Keep it pushing.
You
You don't want
know?
her to be thirsty for something like that because she never got it.
Thank you. So I tell my partner, you don't know what it is to be a female. And I get it. You're coming from a male's perspective. I'm not
Mhm.
criticizing you. I'm just trying to tell you, I know I feel more. My son, he's 20 years old. He's in college. He's an amazing young man, and I'm more than blessed.
Mhm.
But it's different when it comes to a male and female.
It just is. I don't care how many people try to say, "Oh, it's the same." No, we're not the same. We're not built the
No, we're
same.
prey.
We're
We're
different.
literally prey. When we're out there in the world, we're prey.
Mhm.
At 12 years old, you have grown men looking at you.
Yeah.
Is very different, and that's just reality. And I live in reality, and I accept reality, and I refuse for my daughter to fall for a man giving her a compliment and her feeling like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
Rock to
no,
the world.
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Until the day I die, I refuse. I refuse. So that's all I had to say, Summer. I don't want to bombard.
No, thank you for coming up. I wanted people to come up, so do not overstepping no boundaries at all. I appreciate
And
you for
I
coming
love
up.
and I appreciate you for bringing awareness to this
You're welcome,
because,
love.
it mattered to me and it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I probably wouldn't even pay attention to.
Mhm.
So thank you. And I love being a roomie.
You're welcome. I love you. I love that you are a roomie.
Love you too,
Hey,
Summer.
Alexis.
Thank
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm extremely protective of my kids, both sons and daughters. Daughters more so, but with my sons, I teach them to respect women like you would respect me. Absolutely, but I also teach my sons too that you are also due respect. It go both ways. Although I feel like it's different for women and certain things for men, men also have to be taught. Boys also have to be taught their self worth and that they are not just a tool, like, you know what I'm saying, in a toolbox for a woman to use whichever way. You know what I mean? But it's just different. It's different stuff, different boundaries, different concerns. It just is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But Oh man. I just wanted to come on here and read them documents and offer an open platform for anybody if anybody wanted to come up. But if nobody else is going to come up, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my dishes and woosah a little bit. Hopefully I can get my friends to play a little bit of pizza before I gotta go to bed. And y'all know, y'all do y'all big one. I'm probably gonna go try to catch some 2K's live to see if he drops any more receipts for like the history of his actual charges. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for sip and chat. I love y'all. Protect these babies. Stop falling dumb to some hard Peter Wacker and love. Okay? Let's do better as women. Cause Kashada, I ain't feeling you, shorty. And I don't even know you. I don't even want to know you at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.